Bordering the western edge of the Peak District National Park lies the beautiful wilderness of the Goyt Valley, an uninhabited, varied landscape of woodland, river and moorland. A surprising paradise that might be easy to miss unless you know it's there. It was the most perfect, moody, foggy day. I was feeling rather rotten, full of a cold with a frog in my throat, but I know that sometimes there's nothing better than a bit of fresh air and a walk in the woods. As I wandered up towards the moorland, the cloud hung low in the sky, concealing the forest in a blanket of white. It was eerie, atmospheric. I could have easily been anywhere this day, the Scottish Highlands or the Canadian wilderness, not less than an hour from Manchester. I've always been fascinated by trees. The fact that a tree may have lived 3 times my lifetime, the things it must have seen, the way the roots dive deep underground, communicating through mycelial networks, how their branches provide homes for the birds, watching out for miles over the landscape, quietly observing, listening.
Look at this tree. It's got like 2 trunks. One of them comes out here and then goes all the way up. It's so high. That's beautiful.
Trees live in symbiosis with so many other organisms. The colours and textures of mosses and lichens litter the forest, creating a magical, tactile and rich carpet of vibrant greens and yellows. I took my time, wandering slowly through the woods, crossing babbling streams and meandering through groves of trees, losing myself in the sounds and sights around me. Hidden deep within the woods lies the ruins of Airwood Hall, an old Victorian mansion, home to the Grimshaw family for 100 years. Not much remains of the hall now, just a few old walls and flagstones, as nature slowly creeps in to reclaim back the land. So I've actually just put a microphone on. I've been having some technical difficulties with it. So I hope you can hear me. So I've had a lovely walk today. I've walked, it'll be about 6k once I've finished. But it's been lovely just walking through the forest, through all the trees. There's so many ancient trees here, really, really old trees, covered in moss and lichen. Just absolutely beautiful. And I walked past Airwood Hall, which is an old manor house. I think it was built in like 1830 and then was knocked down, so it's just ruins, but it's really pretty. It's lovely here. It's actually very warm today. It feels like spring is starting to stir a little bit more, and there's signs of spring everywhere really. There's a few, the grass is looking quite green, little buds are starting to appear on some of the heather, and on the trees as well, a few little buds. But it still feels like spring is really taking its time this year. I expect in the next few weeks it'll really start to flourish, and there is blossom about. But yeah, it's a nice thing that it is taking its time a little bit. So I am full of a cold today, and but there's nothing better than just a little bit of fresh air. I brought my Trangia Triangle with me, which is my favourite stove actually. I love it. It's so cute. And I thought, why not bring my cafetiere? It's a little bit tatty, as you can see. I could probably do the new one, but it serves a purpose. I made myself a lovely coffee, and I'm just doing a bit of journaling now. I find that journaling really helps me get thoughts out of my head. I've been going through quite a big transition in my life at the moment. I recently ended up going off sick from work. I'm a midwife, and I handed in my notice a couple of weeks ago. So it's been a bit of a difficult transition for me, really. I'm really having to process a lot. One of the reasons I went on the Cumbria Way was to help me to process things, and actually it brought up a lot of questions than it did answers, but I've really started to land now and integrate it a little bit more and figure out exactly how I want to show up in the world and what I want to do. And YouTube hopefully will be a little bit of that. I didn't expect my last video to do so well, so thank you so much for all the engagement and for all the views and everything. It means a lot to me. And there will be lots more adventures this year coming up. I've got a few things that are planned. So I really want to hike the coast to coast. And I also really want to explore more of the Peak District this year. There's so many areas of the Peak District that I have not explored, particularly the White Peak. So that's definitely on my list. There's a few other trails as well, which I've kind of got earmarked in my mind. Definitely want to get up to the lakes. Got to go up to Scotland. I absolutely love Scotland. So that'll be one as well to do, and hopefully that should keep me quite busy. There will be adventure vlogs. There will be little days out in the woods like this, and yeah, we'll just sort of see where it goes. I'm really excited for this new journey and this new chapter of my life. So I hope you can come along for the ride. I may share a little bit more in the future about my leaving midwifery and why I have left. But I'm still, at the moment, it's still very, very fresh. I'm trying to process it and make sense of it a little bit, because it's been a huge part of my identity for so long. I've been a midwife qualified now for 9 years, nearly. It's quite a lot to move away from that and to move into something new and to change, but I am a strong believer in sort of like universal signs. I'm a strong believer in trusting your instincts, and also in the fact that you don't need to follow the same career for your whole life. You know, as you shift and you grow throughout your life, the way that you approach life and the way that you approach the world will change. It's you know, it's a given, really. So I'm trying not to be too, I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm still processing it.
I really want to learn more about trees. I'd love to be able to recognise more trees. That's one of my aims for this year as well, is to be able to recognise more trees. Beautiful.
As I continued on my walk, I stumbled across the little chapel, clearly much loved and well maintained. A little sanctuary amongst the trees. I sat for a while and thought about absent loved ones, writing a message in the book before heading off up the moor and continuing on my journey.
I love the way the clouds just sit like that. Like, just perfect lines. Just completely, like, just perfect lines.
This walk has been beautiful. The wooded area was so pretty, and I just really needed to be with the trees today. I just felt like the trees were calling me, so I'm glad I got to sit with the trees for a little bit by the river. I've just come up onto this moor here, and it's just all opened up. The fog has like finally lifted after hanging around all day, and you got some beautiful views. Look, down over Airwood Reservoir there. The clocks went forward at the weekend, and I really struggle to adjust when the clocks go forward. I'm not so bad when it goes the other way, but when it goes forward, it takes me a week or two to get into that new time frame. I don't know if anybody else is the same. So it's actually it's like 5 o'clock now, which is a bit crazy because I set off on my walk at 1:30 and it was only supposed to be a 2-hour walk. I did have I did stop a lot, and I've been filming and things, and obviously sat and had my coffee. But yeah, I've been out all afternoon, which is really lovely. Very grateful. But I have got a banging headache now, and this cold has really taken its toll on me. So I think I'll sign off here, but thank you for coming along on my little walk in the woods. I know it's been a little bit different to my previous videos, but I'm hoping to just kind of integrate these little like mindful walks and just bring you out with me on my little adventures. Adventures don't always have to be, you know, big long hikes or camping out. Even just getting outside for a few hours, getting some fresh air, and absorbing yourself in nature is just so good. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to leave no trace, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.